Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. And when last left off, we passed through Hoquiam and got to Port Angeles, and today we are picking up a load of lumber and taking it across the ferry. As you can see, then we will pop out, bypass Everett, and head up to Bellingham. 130 miles, 3 hours and 46-minute trip time. Not to mention the ferry ride and whatnot. And I imagine it's going to be too quick to get any sleep, but I know in Euro Truck, the channel was too quick to get any sleep. But if you went on the water, there was a very good chance that you could actually sleep, and that would count as a rest, so you could really make the most of, the trip. And I don't know if we're going to get any sleep on the ferry across the Puget Sound, but we'll see. Yeah, and unfortunately there's a wall right here, so we're going to have to go the long way around and actually head out the way they want us to head out. But a very picturesque pickup point here in northern Washington. Got a big honking hole right there. Actually, I don't know if we can even drive through this or not, but we'll do our best. Yeah, looks like they left us an out here. Very nice and kind of them. I could see them throwing an invisible wall like right in our way, but definitely wood chips aplenty. So many trees, so much wood, so little time. But we'll be out on the open road to the ferry. Time to shake, rattle, and roll along this dirt road. We'll be on this dirt road for a little bit, and then we'll get back to the civilized society of paved roads here in a second. But very cool. I like the fact that with the Oregon DLC, they included sort of these off-road pickups. It really makes you feel like you're going into an industrial area or a place where a lot of heavy equipment goes, and, grass can't grow, and, it's level enough. You don't need no stinking road. Yeah, and as soon as we get past this repair point, we'll be able to make the right turn and head on out. And head to the northernmost city. We might actually be able to see Canada from where we're heading.
Get ready to turn right.
Yes, we shall indeed. And there we go on the pavement at last. 45-mile-an-hour speed limit and just a stop sign. Now this isn't a double, so we don't have to worry about, shorting anything or swinging too awful wide. But here we go. So I hope you enjoyed the last episode of American Truck Simulator. It was definitely a walk down memory lane, driving through a place that I've actually been to in real life. Very cool to see. And that's like what American Truck Sim does best, is give you the feeling that if you've actually been there, then you know where you are from the game. Very cool. But I have not been across the ferry or any such things as these, and I haven't been as far north almost to Canada, so I can't speak on what we are getting ready to see. But the quality is always good with this game, and I imagine it would look fairly similar if I had to make a guess. Slow down. Well, I was under the speed limit, good sir. It looks like we'll be making a right turn at the town square. Olympia and Seattle to the right. Sure. And also the 101. And I think the 101 is where we are getting to as far as the ferry is concerned. Just down the road. It doesn't tell us how long until we get to the ferry, just our overall travel time of 3 hours, 33 minutes. So, oh, hello. So that's a little bit awkward, and that looks like something out of my farming sim game time. Tell you, if you try manually logging in farming sim, you gotta have a good understanding of what's going on in physics, because something like that'll happen to you. Your trailer will tip over, all your logs that you spent so long putting in just dump out onto the surface below, and it's a bad time for everyone. It looks like we're starting to get into the real curvy section up here. Got a yummy restaurant, got a bus stop here, it looks like, a very small bus stop. Luckily, no one's going left, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, lanes merging up here. Let's get in. And I hope your weekend went well. If everything goes to plan, I'll be scheduling this for a Monday. Figured that since Tech Corp, yes, will come again. Probably not, but see you later. You know, figured, you know, since Tech Corp made its debut on Friday, we'll keep Tech Corp on Fridays and move American Truck Sim to Mondays, American Mondays, if you will. Sounds good. I just made that up and we'll roll with it. All right, 45 through here, and boy, this is an interesting way to get to the ferry indeed, but 55-mile-an-hour limit, we'll just put it into high gear. We don't need to fuel or anything like that. Very scenic, this place, and right next to the ocean, I imagine the ground would be pretty, you know, well-nourished. Round straw bales over there. It would add a little bit to the world if you saw, like, farmers out in their fields, sort of like vehicles, you know, and the planes that they put, that they have flying around, you know, just have a tractor out there and maybe a combine harvester. Nice. We have discovered Discovery Bay.
Keep
Not the
left
Botany Bay, but
and
the
then
Discovery
turn
Bay.
right.
We'll be making a left turn to the port terminal. Yes, indeed. 210 East.
Turn left.
Make a left at the Burger King. Gotcha. Yeah, and this road doesn't look much better. Is the road to the ferry this sort of in the wilderness? Because I'm used to, like, you know, the port of Dover or whatever in Euro Truck and the one that drops off to Calais. And it's really built up, like 5 lanes wide. You get the feeling that it's a really busy place. Then you come out here to cross the Sound and it's like, yeah, I know my buddy Jim, he owns a boat. He can get your truck across. I'm getting Oregon Trail flashbacks. All right, Port Townsend, the fairgrounds and the state park, which we cannot go to. And yeah, it looks like this thing was like built right on the coast. It's like, yeah, it's not the most easy terrain to navigate, but dang it, we need a ferry here. All right, so 25 miles an hour. Ferry traffic on the next right, that's us. And we will get our first aquatic ride
right.
in American Truck. In Euro Truck, it was so common. And a really good way to catch up on sleep. If you had a job that was like a sensitive time and you could make it to the ferry before your scheduled sleep, you could sleep on the boat, not have to take that extra 8 hours to sleep, and in you go. All right, so it looks open. That's good. That would throw a massive wrench in our works. All vehicles are, yeah, inspection. And I guess we just hop on the ferry. It does look like indeed. So we have to go backwards? Oh, I see. We should have went through the parking lot and then made the right turn. But this is good. So this is the KWA, the Qua Tibble? Maybe that's its code? Sure. There we go. Possible travel destinations. We are going to Coopville. 35 minutes for $100. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be long enough to sleep. But at least it's still going to be daytime, and that looks like our truck. It's not, but that is an interesting screenshot to come off the ferry with that red truck there with the lumber. We've got lumber and we're in a red truck, but we're in a Volvo and we've got planks instead of logs, so more power to us here. Hopefully it drops us in a place that we don't collide with anything. And there we go, Fairy Tales achievement get. And we are not traveling. We are heading out of this piece. And an hour and 51 minutes, 80 miles to go. So we're across the Sound. And we'll be making a left turn, I assume. And there it is. Across the way. So heading to Coopville and Burlington. All right, east on the 20 we go. And it's 3:40 in the afternoon, but it feels a whole lot later than that. 55 mile an hour speed limit, I like it. We'll get up to speed. Let's get this load a going and take a look at that water to our right. That's very cool. Don't want to slam into a state trooper. That would be less than ideal on our journey here. 35, yeah, we're not even going to make it up to 55. It's a little bit of an incline. And we've got the hammer down, but we got to slow down. So this is Coopville. 35 mile an hour speed limit. Okay, we'll drop her down. So hello, Coopville. Looks like a little, you know, wilderness sort of town. All right, 50 you say. I don't know if we can hit 50, but we're certainly going to give it the old college try. Nope, 30. All right, yep, 50 mile an hour and drop to 30. And then get up to 60 and drop to 20. Yeah, there's our 30 mile an hour zone with a narrow bridge. Not the Narrows Bridge, but a narrow bridge. And man, this thing is pretty tall. Not going to lie. Gives me a big appreciation for the builders of these kind of projects. The bridge builders and the frickin', I mean, that's gotta be frightening, you know? And of course we don't get that rest stop because we didn't drive through it. That makes sense. We don't know where that rest stop is. Man, very scenic. Waves crashing on the rocks. A lot of rocks indeed. It'll be interesting to see if American Truck moves into Canada or if it's just the United States. I don't know if they've answered that question in an AMA. Because one would assume, you know, American Truck, it's all the Americas, but then you've got the American mindset that America is not Canada and Mexico, but in fact just the United States. So I'm sure there's differing minds as far as that strategy goes, but really I guess on the business side, it's what do your customers want to see? So if most of your customers really want the continental United States, then, you know, they're going to do it. And Utah, you know, I don't know when Utah is coming out, but, you know, a smaller state geographically, landmass-wise. So, you know, it shouldn't take them too long to get everything set.
Keep
right,
right,
so we have a freeway junction here
straight on.
entering Bellingham. 35 mile an hour limit, of course. Seattle, right at the signal.
Go straight on.
And we need to really slow down here, of course. So this is Bellingham, I assume. We haven't discovered it yet. But there's the freeway to I-5. We'll be taking the way to Vancouver, British Columbia. So, yeah, I-5 north rather than I-5 south. How come that guy? Oh, left turn. I was going to say, how come that guy got to go and we didn't? But we should get our turn. Here we go. So heading on I-5 north to Vancouver, British Columbia is our destination. I do wonder if we're going to see some Canadian signage. Depends on how close to the border we are, I assume.
Get ready to turn right.
Yes, I am ready to turn right. I have made my ready.
Turn right.
And a pretty sharp turn to get on the freeway. No wonder she said make ready. Because if you weren't ready, you were going to miss it. All right, let's get up this corkscrew here, get up to freeway speed, and we've got 30 miles to get to our destination. Hopefully we tick off the city. I don't exactly know where the city marker is. Coming over, big boys. But we've got Cook Road and Cedro Wally. Not getting off here, so let's get up to speed then. But yeah, very quick trip here in American Truck. Only a few more cities to go. Well, I say that, and you know, there's probably half the state left, but a few more sites to see. We did get the achievement today for hopping on the ferry, so that's one less thing I have to worry about when I go grinding later. But yeah, a few of the landmarks, and I believe it was deliver a boat from the port or what have you, so a few things left. Massive truck stop way station over there. Hello, Camaro. A lot of trucks heading that way. So State Street and Iowa Street in a mile. And Bellingham is the next 2 exits. A pretty big city, I assume. Obey the speed limit, don't drink and drive, all good things, driving safely.
Keep
you know
right,
we do.
And then exit right.
Yes, we shall. But part of me wants to keep going north to see
right.
if we can get to the Canadian border. Because I doubt we'll be able to see it from here. But that may be something I do sort of off camera for my own curiosity. But there's 10 of 16, so, you know, 6 more cities to see. And we've actually driven by a few of them, but didn't get credit for actually driving in them. So, you know, we can make those trips, no worries. Probably let's turn on our lights here. It is getting 6 p.m. And I'll sleep up here. There's 2 discoverables to the right. I'm definitely going to get those discoverables before I head out. Probably a recruitment agency and a truck dealer. So cannot argue with that. More drivers means more money. Even though $4.6 million, we don't have to really worry about it. But we don't yet have a garage in Washington. So it probably wouldn't hurt to get one in Seattle. Pick up all the big loads going in and out of there. I imagine there's always jobs in Seattle with varying levels of distance and cargo. So it definitely makes sense to hit up Seattle. All right, Caddy, let's get going if you please. Tell you, the Yummy stores have a monopoly on American Truck for your fast food, I think. In this universe, there is only one fast food place, and it is Taco Bell. But a nice downtown area. It feels unique. It doesn't feel, you know, like a grid. This feels like a different city, as it rightfully should. All right, Caddy, you're going to go straight, aren't you? You're going to
turn right.
pee on my wheels of progress. I could be a colossal moron and use the curb and just sort of short them, but we're not hurting for time. Of course, the left turners go. Yeah, this feels really old school. Like it feels more industrial, like 1930s, 1940s. But a very cool feel indeed. Bop those trees just a little bit. Then we've got, interesting, so the way this city's designed, we have a bit of a jog to the left and then another jog to the left. So it gives you the feeling that you're on like a main street. Cool park. Wow. Pretty cool. Don't see stuff like that too awful often.
Ready to turn left.
All right, time to say goodbye to your old pal.
Turn left.
Okay, will do. Yeah, if we'd missed this turn, we would have to go a long way up.
Get ready to turn right.
Past the train tracks, got it. Hopefully a train doesn't
Turn
go
right.
careening through. Yep, made it past the invisible wall. And they've got a stop sign. I don't. You better stop, good sir.
Turn left.
And a left in here, you say? Well, let's see where they want it. Oh, Caddy's letting me go. Thank you, Escalade. All right, so we're just gonna head straight to the boatyard. Why does the boatyard need lumber? Or are they repairing a boat of some sort? I'm not entirely sure. But they do want it parked around the left side, so we will oblige. Hopefully it's not too difficult of a drop-off here. Looks like around back, and there's the drop-off there. So if we keep driving towards the crane, we should be able to back it in okay. Or is that a straight pull-through? Nope, okay, yep, so the truck goes there. We need to get in this corner and crank it as much as we can here. All right, should be fairly close. Yeah, that's a little bit inconvenient. We're not going to hit it this time around with that front loader there. So we're going to have to straighten out here. Straighten out as much as we can. Get under the crane. Just a little nuzzle. Can we clear that front loader? Should be able to. I was a little bit enthusiastic on that turn, so let's just pull up straight here. And we've got all day to work now. Sweet, let's go. Now we should be able to settle this thing in nice and easy, real respectable like. A little bit on the blind side, but we should be okay. Well, I say that, and we bop the front loader. There we go. That's more like it. Hopefully they'll be satisfied with that. There you go, first try. Drop the trailer and let's see what we get paid. All right, 126 miles, 444, 5,600 bucks, and there is level 35, which we can put one more point into our fuel economy, and next level we will have maxed out. So let's see what kind of jobs come out of this place, shall we? If we freight market it up and look at Bellingham, see what we can look forward to. So a run back to Vancouver and Aberdeen, Portland, the Dalles. Yeah, not a whole lot is going to Washington. It's along the 5, so we might have to do something like a Vancouver run, Longview, Olympia, and Everett. It's a shame we won't be able to get something out east. Maybe if I sleep, another job will pop up, but we will see what happens next week. But that will do it for me in this episode of American Truck Simulator. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you for the next American Truck Sim video. Take care.